All right, it is summertime in South Louisiana, and I really want to show you what it really looks like on this side of the farm. Instagram, Facebook, all of that is beautiful and that, but realistically, here's where I am, and some decisions I've made just based on the heat and my job and life itself. So come on and take a look at this garden. Well, welcome to another hot day here on the farm. That's what happens in the summer in South Louisiana. The only reprieve we have is that it is hurricane season and we get some tropical depressions and disturbances out in the Gulf, and that brings us some rain in the afternoon. So I have not had to water just simply because we are getting enough, at least half an inch of rain a week. So I'm not having to water, which is a good thing because I don't have irrigation down. I think I've talked about that before. I've never had irrigation down. Maybe next year when we move over into the new pasture, maybe not, I don't know. So here's the ugly side. I get tickled with myself sometimes because I'm like posting on Facebook and Instagram these beautiful pictures of flowers, and in the meantime I have just spent like 4 hours outside in the sun, probably a little dehydrated, and the flowers look beautiful. I look like a hot total mess, but the flowers are beautiful. So I really wanted to do this video so y'all could see this. What it really looks like in the middle of summer in South Louisiana on a flower farm. Now look, I usually do a pretty good job about not comparing myself to other people, but I do see the pictures where, you know, people have these beautiful rows of flowers and everything's neatly trimmed. Okay, that's not the case here. I wish it was, and maybe when I get it more organized in the new field, maybe it will look like that, but for right now, it just looks like a hot mess. So here's what I've decided for next year. I think this is the best thing about being an entrepreneur and being okay to be flexible and to change course and do what's best for you and your business. So I have decided that my subscriptions that I normally offer for like July and August will not be doing that next year, period. I will finish up subscriptions for the last bouquet to go out by mid-June is really what I want to push for. And it just means I'm going to double up, and I'm probably going to offer 2 or 3 times the amount that I normally do to make up for the income for July and part of August. Because it's just too dang hot out here. I don't want to be out here at 5 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning harvesting flowers, or out here at 7, 8 o'clock at night harvesting flowers. That doesn't make any sense to me. Not if I can offer more subscriptions up front. And then in these months, in July and in August, like this is where I can do some cleanup on my own speed. Because what I'd like to do is get it cleaned up and then have seeds ready to go for that fall planting. So to offer maybe another subscription run in October-ish, and then be done for the year, so that way in November I am just getting my cool season flowers in the ground. So I think that's how I'm going to adjust. You know, I was out here for the past couple of weeks and I'm thinking, this is stupid. Why do I want to be out here in 110-degree weather if I don't need to be? So I'm just going to change up a little bit on my business model, what I was thinking. But that's part of being an owner, is I can do those things to figure out what works best for me. So let me go show y'all how funky this really looks around here. This thing right here, I planted, I don't know, 12, 15 hibiscus plants, and that's what I got. I don't know what's happening. I don't want to cut it, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So it is overshadowed. It has knocked over my Mexican marigolds. So, all right, had to learn that lesson. So yesterday, I pulled up this entire row. Well, I pulled up half of it about a week ago, and then the rest. So as you can see, it needs to be retilled or whatever, and this That's as far as I got with it. So here are these wonderful straw flowers. I've pulled half of them out. Again, look at all them stupid leaf-footed bugs. They have just tore these up. So like I said, the gourds look great. These are the dinosaur gourds on one side and loofah on the other. So I've cleaned up some of this. I thinned out the gomphrena just because it was so twisted and wild. Yeah, here's this massive thing that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. I feel like if I ignore it, it'll go away. No, just kidding. This was just some leftover basil. I haven't pulled that up. This celosia is on its last leg. Some gomphrena over there. Let's walk through. My milkweed, this happened. That's the other thing. Being July, August, because of the disturbances we get, the winds will come through here. I mean, it just tore this up. Zinnias are on probably their last bloom. Might be able to get a few more. So, still got to get all of this cleaned up. But this is what it really looks like. Look at these. That's dead cucumbers over there that need to be cleaned up. I had marigolds over here. I had just pulled up down this trellis. This was all tomatoes, so I just got those pulled up. Some habaneros over there that need to be. That's the over there. That's what we're not talking about because I don't want to jinx it. So yeah, as you can see, there is a lot that still needs to happen. It still needs to be cleaned up and replanted. This is what's left of the Lysianthus. I've kind of just let it go. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, see what happens. But this is it. This is the real, this is what it really looks like. All right, first off, apologies if you can hear the fan behind me. It is just too hot to stand out in the sun, so I ducked back into the stem shed to wrap this up. I wanted to really I just really wanted to show y'all what it really looks like. You know, I try not to compare myself to other people because I don't have the same circumstances, timelines as other people. So I try not to compare, and I can't control it anyway. So, but for me, I wanted you to see that behind those Instagram pictures or Facebook pictures or whatever of these beautiful flowers, this is what I'm dealing with. Now, I just put out bouquets the other day and they were beautiful, but I got them out of that hot mess. I'm okay with it. One day I hope to have an Instagram beautiful flower field. Hopefully, maybe when we get over to the new space, maybe that'll happen. Maybe not, but I'm okay. So I try not to get into that comparison. I just do what I have to do. So, and I think that's the point of what I really wanted to say today, especially for my folks who are farming over 50. Sometimes it's okay just to be where you are. I don't have a problem just being where I am. I think that's the beauty of starting my own flower farm, is that I am the boss. I get to set the rules, not someone else. So if I need to change direction, I can change direction. My goals are still going to be the same. I want to have a sustainable flower farm. I want to have sustainable income, and I'm getting there. It's just going to take a little bit longer. But I'm also okay with changing what's not working. And truthfully, for me, what's not working is doing those subscriptions July and August. It is just too much. It is too hot. Not when I can double up or triple up my offerings prior in that March through June space and make the same amount of money. So that's kind of where my headspace is. So that's what I want to say to you. If you are just starting your farm, do what you need to do. Don't feel pressured by other people. Don't fall into that trap, or even if you've been flower farming, don't fall into that trap that, oh, I'm so far behind. I'm still trying to figure out where everybody's behind of. I don't even know what that means. I mean, sometimes, yes, do I wish I would have gotten seeds planted sooner? Absolutely. Do I wish I would have planted more? Absolutely. I think that's just the nature of the work. But I don't feel like I'm so far behind I can't get caught up, because there's always something to do here on the farm. Always. So enjoy your time that you spend growing your flowers or your garden or whatever it is. I think that's like, if you don't enjoy it, then what are you doing? So that's where I am. I love that you were able to see the bad, the ugly, along with the beautiful bouquets. And I am excited about new things coming up in the next year. I've had another visit with the USDA, so I'm going to be doing a whole series, hopefully, on that here soon. That is like a year in the making. Just know that. It'll be another year before everything is approved, so it's going to take some time. But other than that, I'm about to go cool off because I don't have to be out there right now. And that's exciting considering it's 105 in the shade. Until we meet again, my friends, I hope you are turning all your daydreams into a reality.